Guys, guys, just let's take a moment to appreciate how good of a settings I've managed to get. Look at this. Just look for a second at this. This is as dense as I so far managed to get it and balanced to not spawn cars on top of each other and bug. Like, look how dense this is. This is like most of the dense traffic servers. This is exactly like that, but single player. Like, look at this. Look what you have. What's going on, fellas? Today I'm going to show you how to get a 3-lane clean traffic with an overtaking third lane. It is a highly requested video, so don't worry, especially one guy requested it. I'm gonna pop his comment here on the top of the screen. By the way, this guy is related to the 3-lane traffic video and the dense traffic video. So if you haven't done them, go ahead, try them out. But if you can't set up the traffic, if you always had problems, I'm gonna go over this. Yes, the video might go a bit longer than expected, but it will be a complete guide. So I just decided to go over everything, fix all your issues as possible, and just go ahead in the traffic, and I'll show you how to set up stuff and give you some tips and tricks. So without further ado, fellas, let's say you just couldn't set up your traffic, right? So what we're gonna do now is you can't set up your traffic, it's not working normally, or you don't have anything, so or your game is freezing. In the AI spline lines, whenever you try to load the game, you have AI spline lines while you set up the track day, and you just can't get in the game. The game crashes while it's trying to load the AI spline lines. So the first thing is to make sure that you use the Tsumi PA. Then don't bother why I have AI1. This is for different multiplayer purposes. Make sure what you need to be interested is in your AI folder to have the pit lanes and the fast payloads, everything set up. Let's say you've done everything correctly, because this is a very common scenario. A lot of you fellas have done everything correctly, but it's just the CSP bug causing the matter. So we're gonna delete this folder. I'm gonna delete my own SRP folder, fellas. And now, because a lot of car and track mods cause problems, we're gonna install my folder once again manually. Let's say this is what you have issue with your folder. I don't know what you have done, so you're gonna go ahead, link will be down in the description, you're gonna click create a link. So I'll have to wait quite a bit because it's a very big folder, you see a gigabyte in two. Alright, now this is downloaded. So what I'm gonna do, fellas, is I'm gonna drag my own folder here on the desktop so you can see it. Now my folder goes here, the tracks folder. Then what I want you to do, fellas, is of course make sure you have Winrar, fellas. It will be down in the link will be down in the description. Now we're at the moment in Assetto Corsa folder, in content, in tracks, and I'm gonna show you how to install manually the Shutoko Revival project folder. All you have to do, super simple, fellas, it's not rocket science, grab the folder, drop it in the empty space so it doesn't go into some of the folders. We're gonna wait a bit, and then make sure your content manager is closed. Then you're gonna open it again, because this is a big track. It will need some time to update the information. You have to restart content manager. Now what I'm gonna do, fellas, is because I've renamed my OAI folder to AI1 for multiplayer purposes, to not get kicked off one server, I'm just gonna get it again back to AI. So once this is fine, I've checked that, okay, I have the pit lane and fast lane payloads. And a lot of people say like, oh, you have 3 files. I have 3 files because when you join in-game, you have generated extra pit file with the grids and so on. So don't bother about this. When you join in the game, you have it generated as well for you. I don't know why this is open. Now, what we're gonna do, fellas, is we're gonna jump and open Content Manager, and you see this is my Shutoko Revival track with everything installed. Do not use overload layout. Even though I've installed traffic, I believe the traffic and all the stuff is not gonna work. This is a multiplayer layout. Do not use it. If you wanna play, use any of these layouts here. But for test purposes, I advise you, let's start with the Tsumi PA to see if everything is working. So we're gonna work on this one. So we've selected Tsumi PA. Now, what happens? I'm just gonna use any car. I'm gonna use our second car from the car pack, so thank you, Darkest, for making it. A review will be further in future, like next days probably or something when I have time. Now, what we want to do. For test purposes, put strength to 95% plus 3.5, 95 again. Just this is roughly like guessing. Now, I want to explain something very clearly. We're gonna put 20, 30, depending on how many opponents you want to put. This will depend on how you'd like to set up uh, basically your layout of cars. So, what I'm trying to say, if you have 20 cars, put like 6, 7 super fast cars. If you have third and probably like another 6 medium cars and then the rest traffic or a lot of traffic cars. Or if you have 30, put like 6, 7 super fast cars, 7 mid class, 4, 5, 600 horsepower, and the rest traffic. That will be something like 15 traffic cars, 7 of this, 7 of that, blah blah blah. The key is get a lot of the get a lot of fast cars, a lot of medium cars, and don't spam the same car. What I'm trying to explain, fellas. Let me explain as much as possible. Now, we have 3 lanes, right? Slow lane, middle lane, fast lane. Now, how the whole thing works is there is no third lane, literally. The third lane is only overtaking. We are making an illusion that there's actually a third lane. There's no third lane. They do not spawn in the third lane. What I've done is they can overtake. So what I've done is you cannot mimic the spawning in multiplayer server. What I've done is you have slow lane, you have middle lane. We're using the less restricted fast lane options, right? What does this mean? If we set up our cars properly to have like always have a horsepower difference, and we're using always as change behavior that I'm gonna show in a moment in the settings, what will happen is we have 2 lanes and we have the third lane. When you have a car in the middle lane and then let's say a super fast car comes in, the AI, this is Assetto Corsa racing AI, they will try to race basically. They will overtake. So if you have enough overtakes, that means your third lane will always be constantly full of cars. This is how I managed to achieve it in my videos. When you saw, like, how do you have a constantly filled third lane and so on? Because I've set up different cars. If you spam the same car, I've seen people spam 15 times Volvo. Bro, I mean, even if the auto behavior checks in and triggers and they change slightly behavior and increase the horsepower by 20 and so on, it's still the same car, it's the same horsepower. Like 15 Volvos, they're not gonna overtake, they're kind of driving with the similar speed, right? That's where it's important to set up different cars, different horsepower. They will always try to overtake each other. You have this constant flow. They're not only gonna spawn a lot. The AI flood will do its job. Do not worry. The AI flood is gonna do its job. But let me show you now. So we're gonna go back. I'm trying to explain as much as possible to you. Simplify. So what's gonna happen now? We're gonna start setting up slow cars, right? Let's use traffic. By the way, if you're curious where can I get traffic cars and so on, so fellas, let me open Discord. I'm gonna show you. Do not be hesitant to join my Discord server. I'm trying to simplify and add as much goodies for you fellas as possible. So when you join my Discord server, of course, don't worry, you will not get lost. I have a lot of channels for me because we have for the staff and so on. You scroll down, you see the download section here. You have cars, you have traffic. Look, everything here I've packed manually. Literally, this is all I've spent like 2 hours packing every single random car on the internet and stuff in car packs to make it easy for you. See, you don't have to waste your own time. I wasted my time to help you out. So this out of the way, how to get traffic cars. Now let's go ahead and put some traffic cars. Also, you have to experiment because some traffic cars are a bit buggy. They don't have good collisions and models. You can go through them, which is not nice. I've seen some traffic cars that even like what they do is you put them, they slide. So I'm gonna, you know what? I haven't tested the MNBA too much. We're gonna put one Subaru. I'm gonna put this one. Then we're gonna put one Volvo. I'm gonna use MNBA just to be easy for the video, you know, just one car pack, so you don't have to download whatever. I'm gonna put one Golf, then I'm gonna put this one. The Golf Sirocco is very nice. Let's put the Golf, it's a Volkswagen. Then we're gonna put this one. How many cars do we have now? We have 7. All right. You know what? Let's do about 10. Give me a second. MMBA, MBA. So sorry, fellas. I'm gonna put about boom, boom. At this point, you know, I'm picking a bit different, but I'm gonna try to pick good cars. A bit different, you know. There's still these will be the slow cars, fellas. So I'm gonna put. All right, last one. 12. Now we have 12 traffic cars. I mean, these are supposed to be the slow ones. I hope this traffic car park is not weird to have like super fast. Now, what we're gonna do, fellas, I'm actually gonna make it easy for you. I'm gonna try to find Kunus cars that are somewhere in the middle. You know, I believe this should be fine. All right, see, somewhere around this range, 4 to 600. All right, let's put this one. It's RF tuned. I hope these are not modded, but it is what it is if they're mods. So just find, if you don't have these, I don't know what is modded, what is from Kunus itself. So fellas, if you don't find them, do not worry. Just put cars around 4 to 600, something in the middle. You know, I mean, I hope you understand. Something in the middle, nothing special, fellas. Yeah, this one is fine. We're gonna put just a few. This BMW. All right, we're gonna put this one, 400. Lamborghini. Let's put this one. Now these are very fast. So as we have a few fast cars, I think I'm gonna bump to like 24, 25. Now, what we're gonna do, fellas? Let's get one more a bit slow. Now we're gonna start putting super fast cars now. So let's start finding some fast cars, right? Now, gonna put this one. Boom. Then what is this? These should be fast. All right, this one is very fast. Boom. Next up, I don't want to have the same cars, you know, so I'm trying to find something very different cars, but very fast. All right, this is very fast. Gonna put this Porsche. What is this? Supra Time Attack. Yeah, let's use the Kuno Supra Time Attack. And can we get something else that's very fast? A bit of 3 to 4 cars more. All right, I'm gonna put this Ferrari. Now, fellas, I'm gonna start picking modded cars about 7 to 900 because I just don't have. I couldn't find from Kunos something super fast. So we're gonna start picking some good stuff from here. Polo. All right, let's use this one then. Next up. All right, I think that's good. Let's use one more. All right, one more, fellas. One more for you. Let's put some Dodge. Dodge. Let's put Dodge. Boom. There you go. Now we have our layout setup. Now you don't have to have absolutely the same, you know, as mine. Just as I told you, for fast cars, pick something 700 900 horsepower. For middle class 4 to 600, you need to have a few. Now we have about 15 or what was it, 12 to 13 slow cars. We have a lot of fast cars. AI flood will take its care of the cars. You do not worry. The AI flood will spawn them. Now, once we have everything out of the way, we're gonna go over to settings. Now, we're gonna go over to custom shader patch, and now, fellas, we're gonna go over new AI behavior. Now, a lot of you fellas will have this AI behavior. Now, what I advise you is to check the dense traffic guide, and if you're on the newest CSP, which is 180 preview 115, you can get the new file. So basically, when you go to the browser, let's go real quick to YouTube. Give me a second. I'm gonna go real quick to my channel. You see right here, we're looking for the guide. I also have a guide playlist. I think it will be very fast to find it. So here, I'm gonna pause this video and I'm gonna go to the description. Now you see these videos here, and we have a download links. Dense traffic for CSP 180, dense traffic for 179. I'm gonna get the 180. I'm gonna download it, and because I've done a lot of guides, reinstalling CSP and so on, this file will be replaced again with the default one once you once you reinstall your CSP, it will be replaced. So if what you do, fellas, before I go ahead, is if you get, in case you get stuck in game while you're loading to AI spline lines and your game doesn't load, what you want to do is delete the patch, close Content Manager, open Content Manager once again, install the patch. Now, gonna put it to 179 just in case. And then very simple, fellas, you already know how you can do this. Just install the lights patch. You can drag and drop it here. You don't have to go into administration mode if you can't install two files at once. But if you get it, you can do the method I've showed you. I'm trying to cover every single issue as possible. So if this is done and now out of the way, what we want to do, fellas, is you want to go to Assetto Corsa folder. Come on, make it bigger. Now, if you're curious, if you get any problem installing through Content Manager, the way you can install Lights patch or the CSP preview is by manually drag and dropping into your root folder. This is alternative way to install CSP. This is the manual way. So it's gonna ask you to replace, you replace. It's a very small update. Anyways, I guess with the CSP is doing that. All right, boom, there we go. Now, once this is out of the way, I believe we had to go to extension, then config, and you'll be here. A lot of people ask me, but I don't have extension and config. Do you know why you don't have it? Because I see a lot of you fellas go to the wrong Assetto Corsa folder. You go to Documents Assetto Corsa, and then you're like, oh, I don't have extension folder. Come on, bro. Like, I mean, go to. When did I tell you to go to Documents folder? Like, you do not go to Documents folder. You might only install some sole presets and stuff there, nothing related to the game itself. Assetto Corsa Steam folder. Do not go to the Documents folder. You have no work here. Then we go to Extension. So from here, Extension Config. Now, we select something, we press N. When you press N, it's just basically gonna send you to the first files with the name N. Now I have my own new behavior here. I guess I'm not sure if this is the original or this is the old. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this one. And now, fellas, what you want to do is you want to run this new behavior and install it on the empty space, either here or either here. So I'm going to place it right here. We have to restart Content Manager so that changes can take effect. I'm going to open Content Manager once again, real quick, boom. Then we go and look for new AI behavior. Boom. There you go. Now you have, look how many settings we have now. Like we have spawn despawn, we have spawn range, we have spawn distance to player, we have spawn distance, min distance to AI, and I want you to use these settings right here. If I'm not mistaken, I've even uploaded it on my Discord itself. So they should be somewhere right here on the presets. You see all my traffic settings and layouts. So you don't need the layout because we're doing a race layout today. Basically, if you don't know what the race layout is, basically you're setting up this one. So this is the race layout. Now, once this is out of the way, we've set up your traffic right here. Make sure you select this one. So this way, if the AIs crash, they will go back to pits. This will also fix your problem with AIs stuck in pits. So when they crash, they go back to pits and they're not stuck on the road. You get them back. But if you have issues with AI stuck in pits, just watch my video, guys. I don't want to make this crazy long, right? So please do that. Now we're on my photo settings, basically the settings that I use to record. Great. Now I'm gonna go in game now. Alright fellas, now we're in the game. Gonna use a replay because I tried to record while playing and I'm telling you fellas, my CPU is very bad, so I got CPU and I was in slow motion. I mean, my CPU just can't handle that many race AI cars. I'm telling you, to set up a traffic, you can do it even with a small amount of cars, you still have great effect, but if you want like complete mayhem, you need a lot of cars. So even with 26 cars, I just couldn't make it. So let's go ahead now and play the replay. So let me show you. So here is of course the start. And fellas, do not forget again that until we reach the specific bridge that I'm gonna show you, the effect of overtaking doesn't go on and so on. So what the hell just happened here? Now, so fellas, now we're to this section. So from here on, after we've gone from Tatsumi, from this bridge onward, the effects start to take place, overtaking and so on. You can see now everyone is overtaking. It's a complete chaos. Man, he almost crashed into me. What the hell? I mean, look what chaos they're doing, man. I took one of the the bots out. What I love is that you don't have these brick AIs like in multiplayer. These are like actual racing AI, so you can have like actual realistic crash, kinda. They move. It's not like brick multiplayer traffic. You see, they change behaviors, they overtake. This is the beauty of the single player traffic, fellas. Honestly, this is the beauty, because you can do a lot of stuff. Now, let's analyze. Look what's happening. We have a constant third lane filled with cars, right? So the more we continue onward, the more cars it goes, and the AI flood. Also, the slower you drive, the more cars you have spawned around you, fellas, because that's how the AI flood works. Look what's happening on the third lane, man. I think we put too many fast cars. Like, look what's happening on the third lane. The bots are zooming, man, and they're constantly changing lanes. If they don't have to overtake, you see they go in the middle lane. Guys, just let's take a moment to appreciate how good of a settings I've managed to get. Look at this. Just look for a second at this. This is as dense as I so far managed to get it, and balanced to not spawn cars on top of each other and bug. Like, look how dense this is. This is like most of the dense traffic servers. This is exactly like that, but single player. Like, look at this. Look what you have. It's just crazy. Look at this. Look how dense it is. I'm getting into roadblocks, fellas. It's that many cars that I'm even getting into roadblocks. So it's just about the situations. I had a lot of hilarious moments. If we continue further ahead, look at this. Like, I'm looking for gaps at the moment, fellas. This is how I managed to set it up to AI flood will start. I've lowered the spawn distances crazy a lot. I mean, from 600 I put him to 200. I put some gaps between the AI to be like, okay, realistic gaps that you put in real life. Look, he cut me off. You cannot. This is what I like, is because when you use always, you cannot predict the bots what they're gonna do. Like in real life, you're gonna cut off, someone merges in your lane without a turn signal, whatever. That's how they do here. Like, look how they cut each other. I mean, this is racing AI. Basically, this AI is racing, so of course they're gonna cut you off and do some weird stuff. So just look ahead what's happening. I'm trying to wait a bit so we can reach the tunnel. You see what's happening in the tunnel, fellas. Let me go a bit further. Just look how constant it's spawning the cars. Like, we're constantly into these craziness of like traffic. Like, I'm constantly looking for gaps. I was thinking about going left here, not gonna lie, but it was sketchy. Look how much, like, on the thing is, on the tunnel you don't have shoulder, so you either wait or you cut off. So we're gonna cut up here. They packed up on the right side because they're trying to overtake each other and everyone is blocking everyone. It was a hilarious moment, honestly. It was like, man, these bots. And of course they're driving that slow because we already have a set specific speed limit. Of course they break the barrier because we set their behavior to always. So they do break the speed limit gap, the distance from each other. I'm gonna show a bit, so I'm gonna explain a bit after the showcase, or maybe before the showcase, depends how I edit the video out. But this is just good. Like, I'm just driving, cruising with the BMW here, and we're getting, oh, so here I started white lining. And of course, the AI, if you get super close to the AI, they will just move to the right or something. They're trying to avoid you, man. This is racing AI. This is literally racing AI. So they're at the moment the AI is racing. This is not the stupid traffic that's gonna stay in lanes. Like, oh, that was sketchy as hell, man. I have no idea what I've done here. It was sketchy as hell. So basically, this is it, fellas. You see how crazy, dense, and as well clean the traffic is. I really hope you enjoy this. Basically, that's what you can get. Look how many cars you have. Look at this roadblock. And on the literally, let me show you for a second. On this left side on the slow lane, at any moment these cars can, because we have the behavior always, at any moment these cars can change behavior, start driving super aggressively, merge lane, cut other bots, get into the fast lane, zoom in. You never know what's gonna happen, right? As well, I never know if these cars on the middle are gonna cut me off going on this side. You know, you never know. This Volvo can cut me off as well, so you never know, fellas. They can merge at any time, cut you off, try to overtake you, and so on. And I'm telling you, this will probably be the craziest race you ever have if you put the speed limit to actually very high. These bots will be probably flying. You have like Shutoko racing with the bots. It will be super challenging probably. I want to try racing the bots on. You see, they started stopping for no reason because the car on the front was stopping and so on. So look at this, fellas. Actually, let me look. So he actually tried to overtake me, and I was a monkey, and I didn't check my side mirrors, and I went to merge on the right lane, while the bot was overtaking. So we end up crashing. So that's that. Let me stop this. Now, let me go ahead and really quickly, man, this video will be crazy long, fellas, but I'm sorry, I'm trying to give you all the information possible, make it super simple and easy for you to know what is what, and set it up. You want this behavior to always will be crazy as hell. Try my settings. It's not gonna. This is as far as I went and kept it balanced. So they're not gonna spawn on top of each other. They're not gonna bug. Use these settings, fellas. You can just copycat them. It's not gonna take you too much time. Just look at what I have here while you watch the video, mimic it, and basically this is it. In terms of the bots, here's what I use: 9595, and these are the bots that I've managed to place. So this is the racing grid that I've used. You don't have to use the same absolutely identical one. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you like the video? Do you have any questions for me? I'll be happy to answer them. Please, fellas, join my Discord. We have a lot of stuff coming in. Have literally our own music produced. We have our own car pack produced. We have so many things. Let me show you. We literally have our own cars and our own music at the moment. So not only I'm trying to share all the information right here, cars, tracks, whatever. We also have, fellas, look, song releases. So there's a new one. By the time I'm doing this video, there's a new song release right now. I'm definitely gonna check it out. There's mod releases. There's also a new developer, aka modder as well, that joined, and he's creating an app, but I'm not gonna spoil too much. So you'll see probably the next time in the videos. So look how many cars we have. This is the SDS that I Fiat that I drive. We have two different 350Zs. So 350Z, we have a track here. A Hex mod is making some tracks and stuff. So we have a lot of cool thingies, fellas. Now, so fellas, that's that about the video. I hope this was helpful. I know it was highly requested video. I was just super busy, so very sorry about the not consistent uploads. Like and subscribe. It really helps me out. A lot of you fellas are not subscribed, so please make sure to hit that sub button, like the videos. I'm putting a lot of hours and a lot of work in editing, making these videos very informational, very educational. For now, fellas, wish you all the best, and we'll see you in the next video.